Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited that you found your way here. Welcome to your New Year's 2019 activation for higher consciousness. I'm Lindsay, if you don't know me. And if you have found your way here, if you are currently listening to this, that tells me that you are so ready for what we are about to dive into. On the backside of 2018, many of you I know, you're shaking your heads, you're recovering, you're looking back at 2018 being like, what the hell was that, right? Where was the train that hit me? Did anybody see that train? Anyone else feeling that way? Are you feeling that way? I'm here to tell you guys, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be offering this to you. 2019 is going to have so many new directions, just new dimensions, new frequencies. Are you ready for it? Are you ready to step into the place that you have been maybe watching and observing people around you stepping into, and you've been wondering, how are they doing it? Why is it working for them and not working for me? Right? Let me ask you a question. Before we get into the activation, we're going to talk for a moment because I want you to fully understand what you are stepping into. I want you to fully understand what you are choosing by opening yourself up to receive this energy, this vibration, and this activation. If you know me, if you've interacted with me before, you know that I'm super into chakra work as a modality, as a means of rewriting your vibrations, of reprogramming yourself. Reprogramming is something you will hear me talk about all of the time, because what I need you to consider before we even step into the exercise, what I need you to consider is the idea that you have been living your life according to a whole bunch of systems and templates and not recordings, programming. So some recordings too, right? Programmings that have been given to you over time since you popped out of the womb and came into this world as a child. Society, religion, politics, your families, as well intentioned as they are, everything has been just imprinting and embedding its programming and its coding onto you. And not all of that programming and all of that vibrational frequency is intended or has your highest good in line. So I have a question for you. Have you ever tried to make massive changes in your life? Maybe you've tried to break out of a cycle, right? Like being broke, being in survival mode, being in poverty mindset, physical pain, constantly being ill or not feeling vital, not following through, right? Maybe not having boundaries is a big one I hear a lot about from the people that I get to work with more intensively, right? Not having boundaries, being walked all over and being an emotional dumping ground for everyone in your life, right? Are any of these things familiar to you? Do these sound like things that you have found yourself, patterns that you have found yourself caught up in? Maybe it's more reflective in the people that you attract into your life, your partners and your friends, and you feel like you're stuck in this constant cycle of attracting people who abuse you or people who don't treat you well. They lie to you, they cheat you, whatever it is, right? You find yourself constantly in jobs that don't respect your boundaries, that mistreat you, that don't pay you enough. And you just look around and you're like, you have this knowing, right? You have this thought process up here in your higher mind. There's this whisper, as in, isn't there meant to be more? Right? You know in here and in your heart that there's meant to be more, but you just can't seem to get there. You can't seem to find the right combination to unlock that door that's standing between everything you know is possible and what you've been experiencing. Does that resonate with you? 2018 has been a massive year of transition of learning, of downloading, of understanding, of becoming more clear as a channel to my guides and my higher self, to understanding when I'm being guided and when I'm being impulsive, right? I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of years acting in impulse because I was running. I was masking pain. It's now become clear to me that part of what I'm here to do is to show you how to reconnect to your power, to show you how to reconnect with your true purpose and your true potential by reconnecting you with your own energy, which has been in there this whole time. You've just forgotten how to tap into it. You've lost where to find it, right? And then also in the process of all of this, using nature, using the forces that be, using the directions, the elements, the seasons, right? Taking the cues, as above, so below, as within, so without, right? The microcosm and the macrocosm. Taking the cues from the natural world and being guided by the natural world on how to reconnect with your true purpose and your true vibration, right? Stripping away all of these other false programmings and false templates. Again, those of you that have worked through chakras with me, you know about your programming. You've brought an awareness to your programming. Well, right now, I'm talking to those of you who haven't yet realized, right? Maybe you're just coming to the realization and the awareness that there is this programming. And it's like, ping, aha, oh my God, the light bulb is going off, right? You're understanding. You're understanding all of the times when you look over your life, you're understanding, oh, I was just doing what I know. I was just doing what I was taught, right? And you're ready to step beyond this loop. Because that, my friends, is one of the most profound moments. You have a decision to make, right? You have a decision to keep listening to this recording, to work through the activation at the end, to open yourself up to accepting what it is that I'm offering you, right? I'm not asking you to know how to do what we're doing. I'm not asking you how to know exactly how to release this programming and the false templates. I'm asking you to open yourself up to receive the shift, right? It's like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna fine tune your radio, right? And I'm asking you to receive that so that as we go into 2019, you can start creating space and taking the aligned actions that are going to support you finding your purpose, right? Because there's nothing worse, there's nothing more painful than being trapped in third dimensional reality and being disconnected from your truth. Can you relate to that? I spent years trapped in that pain. The third dimensional world made no sense to me. It was like nails on a chalkboard. I didn't know how to navigate it. I felt as though everyone else had a manual that I had never received, right? And it created a lot of hardship in my life. And we're not going into that today because that's not what this is about. But so you can understand, knowing that I came to this place of peace and understanding and knowledge of my purpose and understanding of what I am here to do from a very hard background of drug addiction, cancer, anxiety, depression, right? These are the things that plagued me for many years. So whatever it is you are facing, I want you to pause for a moment and I want you to just connect with that little voice inside of you, that little voice that has kept you going up until now, right? That little voice that whispers to you regularly about the fact that there is more and that you are meant for more. Can you hear that? Have you heard that calling in your life? Right? Because I know for me, I spent decades looking around like, this place doesn't make sense to me. Right? Feeling like an alien amongst my own family. Can you relate to that? Right? Being just this overwhelmed empath that didn't know how to turn off the fact that I was receiving everybody else's thoughts and feelings all of the time, and that I didn't have to fix their stuff, right? Who's with me? Are you with me? being that overwhelmed empath that I thought because I could feel it, it was my responsibility. I didn't know how to not take it and make it mine. And so I carried all of this. And that is painful, right? So if you can resonate with that, right? Going through the world and having it not make sense and feeling so ready for the world to start making sense to you. That's what I'm calling to. That's what I'm speaking to in you right now. I'm speaking to that part in you that is so ready to just unleash your power and step out into the world and be seen and be heard and be valued, right? Where you know it deep inside of you. And so that you don't need anyone outside, externally, to tell you you're okay, to tell you that you're valuable. You're not basing your worth and your value on other people's actions because you know it in here, right? Doesn't that sound glorious? And that's not to say, of course, maybe you're driven by the love language of words of affirmation. Maybe you like to hear praise. Maybe that's how you feel loved and that's how you show love, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying it's a problem when we're driven by it. It's a problem when it's false coding and false templating, when we think that you need to be told good job or I love you or you need that praise. And if you don't get it, you're then getting pulled down into that core self-doubt and shame and not understanding your own value because someone outside of you didn't tell you. Right? That's a false template that has been deeply coded within so many of us. That false templating that tells us we have to say yes to everyone, that you have to people please to in order to be worthy of love, and that if you don't people please, the people in your life are going to abandon you or leave you. All false templating. And don't get me wrong, it's very real. I understand it feels very real when you're in there and you think about saying no or putting up a boundary or doing something that's right for you. And that fear takes over. That lower mind and lower ego takes over because it is convinced that if you say no and those people abandon you, you're going to be alone. And if you're alone, essentially, you're going to end up dead. You're going to die. This is the process our lower mind, our subconscious mind takes us through when we consciously try to start challenging that false templating. So if you're here and you've been saying yes and you're like, oh my God, you're speaking to my heart, you're speaking to my soul, this has been my experience, finally someone understands me, you're not alone, right? And 2019 is going to be the year that you're going to open yourself up to massive shifts, but you have to open yourself to it. You have to receive it, right? You're going to need to take actions, aligned actions, but take actions that usually you wouldn't take because they're scary. They seem too big, And so in every moment you have a choice. You have a choice to make in the new, bigger action that's going to propel you forward into the life that you are ready for, the life that you have been craving, or acting out of fear, right? Acting out of that lower ego voice that says, oh, lack, scarcity, there's not enough, FOMO, what if they don't like me? What if I fail, right? So it's learning how to become a clear channel so you can hear your own intuition, your own higher guidance. So before we get into it, I have one more question for you. How many of you have been, and I wish I could see your hands, but you can send me a message and tell me, I totally resonated. Send me an email. Some of you I'm going to talk to after this. How many of you have been caught up in the cycle of doing? If I'm not doing, I'm wasting my time. I have to force it, trying to force it, right? The energy of 2018, I've heard so many of you talking about the idea that 2018 felt like a holding pattern, and it did for me too. And as a gift of my most recent shamanic journey, what I came to found, the most profound takeaway is that when we're caught up in the doing, we're trying to give birth through the masculine. You can't give birth through the masculine. You can't give birth by forcing. And this is not a slight on the masculine or the feminine. We need both in the world, right? You need to embrace both within you. It's not even about external and gender. It's about embracing both energy streams within you. And when you're trying to give birth through the masculine, you're doing, running, trying to force it, trying to control it, right? It's that left brain, analytical, logical, yang mind. No. You need to learn how to open yourself up to the feminine, the yin, and be receptive, nurturing, and learn how to step back and take your hands off and allow your gifts to be born. And that is what I'm here to offer you. So that was my big takeaway. And so I've been profoundly guided, and it's just been coming through left and right since I've been working with one of my new coaches, just how deeply it's time for this, and how deeply ready, if you are here right now, you are for this. Okay? So what I would like you to do right now is pause for just a moment. If you need to step away, if you need to use the restroom, if you want to get some water, I ask you to go and get some water. Use the restroom, because I want you to be able to sit for the next 15 minutes without fidgeting, without needing to get up, without needing to interrupt the recording. So take a moment and go and do that. Okay, and you're back. Beautiful. So what I would like for you to do is sit comfortably or lie down. The choice is yours. All I ask is that you don't cross your arms or legs. Don't sit cross-legged. If you're sitting in a chair, you can have your feet flat on the floor. If you're laying down, that's okay. Open yourself up. If you're sitting, just uncross your legs. If you are on the floor, maybe you can sit in like staff pose if you're flat on the floor, or on a pillow. Whatever works for you. Take some water. And now I want you to begin to close your eyes, and I want you to take some nice, deep, grounding breaths. Breathing in through your nose, all the way in, holding for a second at the top of that inhale, exhaling out through your mouth, inhaling and exhaling, really getting present into your body, placing one hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly, your lower belly, continuing to breathe deeply. Breathing down into your belly, into your gut, activating that gut mind. Exhaling out through your mouth. Continuing to breathe into that lower stomach, letting your belly extend out. Fill it up. And exhaling. Breathing in and out. Taking a nice deep breath into your heart space. Activating that space in your beautiful heart center, your heart mind, the seat of your soul, and exhaling. Maybe picturing the color green of the heart chakra, breathing in and out. Beautiful, beautiful breaths, connecting with your body, continuing to breathe all through this process. Breathing into that heart center and out. Really feeling the support of the ground and the earth beneath you. If your feet are on the floor, opening yourself up, opening up your foot chakras to receive. Opening up your root chakra to feel the support of the earth. As you inhale and exhale, giving yourself permission, feeling the support, knowing that you're safe, knowing that you're nurtured, knowing that you are held in this space. Exhaling. And on your next inhale, coming up into your crown chakra, maybe you're feeling some tingling, some activity at the crown of your head or in your third eye. Just breathing into it, exhaling. And on your next inhale, extending up, 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 up into your higher self, into your quantum realm, into your soul star chakra, extending up into the universe, up, 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 connecting, feeling your own vastness, feeling your own infinity, finding yourself floating out there. Now, maybe you're seeing visualizations, maybe you're hearing things, maybe you're smelling things, whatever it is, it's okay. And if you're not, that's okay too. Everyone's experience is going to be different here, okay? Just feeling into that expansiveness, feeling into the infinite nature of your soul, of your being, right? Beautiful. Letting yourself float there for a moment. Releasing control. Maybe you look down and you see your body, and that's okay. And you send your body some love because it is a part of you. You just don't need it right now. So let go. Come up, up, up. Just stay here. Feel the infinite nature. And if it's overwhelming, just take a breath. And now you notice that there is a door in front of you. You can look at the color of the door. We're going to step through that door in a moment. And I want you to understand that everything that you are connecting with, everything that you are feeling and experiencing is right. It's correct. It is yours. Maybe this is the first time you've stepped out of the 3D reality, and that's okay. Just accept it. You can come back and you can work with this, so don't overwhelm yourself. Just be. Connect with just being. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you're going to step through that door and you're going to see this new higher dimensional, 4-dimensional, if you will, version of yourself. You're going to see this version of yourself that is free from the blocks. You're free from the chronic frustrations. You're free from the overwhelm. You've transitioned into this beautiful person who has learned to hold boundaries. You found your truth, your authentic truth, not what everyone else's truth for you was. And in this version of yourself that you're looking at, you've embraced your authentic truth. And as you look upon this version of yourself, you notice what you are doing. You notice how you are feeling. You notice how you're holding yourself, right? You notice. And then you step into this version of yourself. You physically step into this future version of yourself, this version of yourself that you're aspiring to be. You step in and maybe you sit a little bit taller and you feel it. And you look around and you look around at your surroundings, and it's like you're seeing nature for the first time. Wherever you are at this moment, just be there. And now you're feeling what it's like to be. You're feeling what it's like to be empowered, to be in your truth, to be in your power, to receive, to open yourself up to receiving everything that is meant for you, to receiving your purpose, your plan, your truth, your potential. That's what we're doing here. We're activating and unlocking your full potential. What are you going to create for yourself? Because in this version of you, anything is possible. So what is it that you want? What is it that you're seeking? What are you called to do? What is your purpose? Noticing, right? Feeling that in every cell and every fiber of your being, you're activating this purpose and this memory and this calling, right? And I'm going to call upon my guides and the beings that are working on my fields. And I'm going to call them into this space and ask that they help you, and ask that they work on you, and ask that they activate the coding within you that is going to show you your potential, your possibility, show you what it is that is meant for you to be doing, show you the way, the how, and show you to that place where you understand that you are supported and you are trusted and that you are guided and that everything is there waiting for you. You just have to clear away the false stuff that has been standing in the way and blocking you from that, right? And the guides that I'm calling into this space are going to help you uncover, right? They're going to connect you. We're talking about the spirits of nature, the spirits of the north, the spirits of the east, the spirits of the south, and the spirits of the west, the beings that govern these directions, the beings and the energies that govern the elements, earth, water, wind, fire, ether, and akasha, right? The higher realms and the lower realms, the guides and the guardians and the beings that work in these realms are going to come into your space and they're going to help you. They're going to guide you. They're going to show you. They're going to connect you. And while you're doing your work and taking your action on the conscious realm, they're going to be working on you on the deeper realm, the subconscious realm, the energetic realm, so that you can begin to manifest and create consciously. They're going to help you clear away the blocks that have been standing in between you creating consciously, the blocks that have been just forcing you into unconscious co-creating. They're going to help you clear those away. That's the work we're going to be doing. That's what's going to be coming into your field and into your life, as long as you remain open to it. Oh, and so it is. And so it is. Wonderful. So beautiful. Allow yourself to feel that. Feel that. Embody that. You're going to take that with you. You're going to take that back with you. And as you step out of this future you, this higher vibrational you, the you that is coming, the you that is going to be you as of this year, as of now, taking that last moment to just encode that feeling of what it felt like to be this version of you into you. Now you're taking that with you and you're turning and you're entering back through the door that you came. And this version of you is here at any time to tap into. And you're dropping back into your body. You're back here. You're in your body and it feels so good. Now just moving a little bit, right? Maybe you want to move a little bit. Maybe you want to move your wrists. Woo! Maybe you want to shake out your knees. That's okay. Roll back your shoulders. Feel that, because you just brought all of that energy back into you, into the now. Drink some water, please. How does that feel? How does that feel? What did you uncover? What did you connect with? Do you now understand the potential that has been calling to you? That's real, my friends. That is real. That is waiting for you. Now you've started a process. You have opened yourself up to receiving. So you have started a process. You may notice strange things happening. You may notice a lot of synchronicities. And we're going to wrap this up here in just a moment. Stay with me for one more moment. I would highly encourage you to journal after this, or go outside and maybe ground into the earth and really ground this experience into your body, okay? You may notice strange things happening. You may notice synchronicities. You may feel weird things happening while you're sleeping, right? Because this energy is going to continue to manifest itself and be working on with you as you connect, right? Those nature spirits, the elementals and the directionals that we've connected with are going to continue to guide you, to push you, to lead you, to take aligned action. Your whole focus is to connect with being. You just need to be. You need to connect, and then you need to do. And that's how you're going to start learning how to give birth out of the feminine instead of out of the masculine, instead of forcing it, right? And those of you that are ready, some of you are going to be ready to take this work even deeper. Some of you are going to be ready to charge forward, and I've put that out there that you're going to be ready and open to working with me on a deeper level. And so for those of you that are ready to do that, that you're feeling the call to do that, that you want more of this and you want the guidance and you want the coaching and you feel that you're ready for that, there's going to be a button popping up below here. Click that button and you're going to book a call. And we are going to have a chat where I'm just going to get to know you a little bit and see where you're at. Because in order to work with me more deeply, you do need to be past a certain amount of limitations and blocks, right? Because there's investments. And so if you're shutting yourself down and you're still very blocked, you're not going to be ready for the work that we're going to do. But that's okay. If you have questions, if you want to know more, book the call wherever you're at. If you're feeling the guidance and you want to click that button, because that is that energy that you just connected with. That is that higher self pushing you to take this step. Book the call and let's chat. More things are possible than you even know, but you won't know. You'll be slamming the door shut on it if you don't. If you let that fear and limitation voice take over right now, you don't know what's possible unless you open the door, right? Just like in this altered space, you opened the door and you went through it and look what you connected with. If you shut the door out of fear and limitation now, you won't know what's possible. So if your intuition is guiding you and you're feeling the pull, like you want to book the call and have that chat with me, it'll be me you're talking to. I highly encourage you to do it. Okay? Otherwise, if you want to send me an email, you can send me an email at info@hugyourchaos.com, HUGYOURCHAOS.com. You can send me an email and share your experience with me. I want to know. Find me on Facebook. I want to know what your experience was. What did you see? What did you find? Right? No matter what level you're on, you're right where you need to be. That's what I more than anything want you to trust. Don't aim to be somewhere that you're not. Be where you are and enjoy the ride, right? You may not be ready to work more deeply with me now. Maybe you will be in 6 months. Maybe it's somebody else that's meant to be your teacher. But open yourself up to the potential that this is the year you're going to invite and receive teachings and a teacher and a guide, and you're going to learn how to step into your own empowerment and your own potential and possibility because you're ready to live with purpose, right? I look forward to talking to those of you that are jumping forward and that you're ready and you're like, oh my God, yes, I want to work with her. I want to learn more about how we can do this work and incorporate the seasons. And I've got an awesome new program starting. We're going to be working with the seasons, the elements, the directions, astrology, layering in correspondences, connecting with nature in order to clear away our false templating. And that's what we're going to talk about, how to make you a part of that. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Happy New Year. May 2019 be the year that you reach your full potential. I look so forward to speaking to you, and have a beautiful day.